Hi, I'm Jake from Benelli. I've got Ethan here, and today we're going to show you how to assemble a Benelli Lupo. Alright Ethan, show me how to put this thing together. It seems like there's a trick to putting this bolt in.
There is. This is especially important if you have the wood model with the raised comb.
Sure.
We get a lot of calls. People with a brand new gun end up with a little nick right here when they're trying to get the bolt started into the receiver.
Oh yeah, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, so to avoid that, you can take the bolt and actually rotate it 180 degrees this way.
Okay.
Where you're essentially putting it in upside down. And that will leave just enough clearance to miss that raised comb. And then rotate it around.
Okay.
And close it.
Perfect. Yeah, that's a great tip. Sure wouldn't want to damage that beautiful walnut.
Oh, for sure.
All right, Ethan. Now we've got a functioning gun. I don't know about you, but I love to have a sling on my rifles. I know you mentioned this came with studs, so how do we install those?
Sure. So we first go to put in the sling studs. First things first, I know we just put this together, but I'm going to open the bolt, inspect it, make sure it's unloaded. We will need to remove the barreled action from the chassis to get these out. So
okay.
I'm going to go ahead and take the bolt out. That allows us to get to one of the chassis screws. After removing the bolt, pull the magazine out.
Yep.
And we'll remove the chassis screws, which can be done with the wrench that comes with the gun, which is a T25 Torx. The front chassis screw is in this little hole at the base of the fore end. Here you want to be careful. Hold the fore end and hold the barrel because it will come apart at this point. And that screw will stay captured inside there. So I'm going to set the barreled action to the side for now. And then with a punch or with the wrench that comes with the gun, you can push from the inside and pop those plugs out. There's two there in case you want to install a bipod as well. So once we have the plugs removed, we can take one of the sling studs, carefully start it in by hand, and then take a punch and twist it the rest of the way. Once it gets flush, just square it off, but don't over tighten. You don't want to crack the stock. In this case, I'm going to put the rear plug back in. You don't want to leave that out if you're not going to use the hole. You can get some moisture end up in there. And that I can push in by hand. For the rear rubber plug, we'll need to remove the recoil pad. And that's a Phillips head. The bottom screw can be a little hard to find. Once the recoil pad is off, the Progressive Comfort assembly has two Phillips head screws. And then that slides out. And from there, this wrench that comes with the gun, you can push it into the back of the stock. And the hole here does go all the way through. So, take the short end once it's started and pop it out. Then we can take the stud, start it by hand, and take a punch and go the rest of the way. and then reassemble. The progressive comfort system will go in with 2 screws. I normally set the torque on my drill down for this, or do it by hand. From there, the barreled action will then drop into the chassis. Just be sure to line up the recoil lug and it'll drop into place. The front screw is inside of the fore end in that little hole. And for these screws, you can refer to the owner's manual for torque specs. Reinstall the bolt. And then reinstall the magazine.
Ready to put a sling on it.
That's right.
Thanks, Ethan. That was great. For more detailed info on your Lupo, refer to your owner's manual or check out BenelliUSA.com.